This is a game by Paul Morphy, the strongest player in the world in the 1850s. So here's Blake against a player called Thomas Barnes. Okay, so king pawn game, open game, which is pretty common in those days. Knight out hits pawn. Now, interesting. So Morphy's playing the Philidor defence, which is popular in those days. D4, good move. Oh, he plays the Philidor counter gambit. There was a player called Jonathan Mestel who played this with success in a World Junior once upon a time. Pawn takes e-pawn. Black takes the other pawn, hitting the knight. Knight moves. Pawn moves forward, defending the other pawn. Pawn moves forward, threatening the knight into f7 with a knight fork. Bishop out, hitting the f2 pawn. Interesting. Okay, so knight forks. Oh, that's a bit hopeful. Okay, so Black threatens a 4-move checkmate on the f2 pawn. Bishop stops the mate. Pawn hits the bishop. Bishop hits the queen. Queen moves up, keeping the attack on the bishop. Knight takes the rook. Queen takes bishop. Notice that white has won the exchange, but the knight's sort of a bit out of play, and white's got a massive pawn centre and controls a lot of space. Bishop comes out guarding the pawn. Cool, but he's given up the g pawn, which could be dangerous. Moves the rook. Gets the knight out fast. Morphy got his pieces out pretty fast. White gets wise and starts getting the knight out of the corner. Black gets the other knight out. Pawn up. Maybe he's trying to free up his rook. I don't know. So yeah, Houdini's giving this as a big advantage for Black. Knight b4, hitting the c2 pawn. One of the drawbacks of White's last move. Knight defends the pawn. Oh, bishop comes out. It's interesting. The bishop has no defender. He takes it. Knight check. What a move. So now we see why he's sacrificed the bishop. The bishop's no longer defending that square, so he takes with the queen. See, if he takes with the pawn, then he does that. Then bishop check is mate next move. The queen goes in and he takes it. Okay, so he goes knight check and he takes it with the queen. Pawn takes the queen, so Morphy's got a huge material advantage, and also the white king's still pretty weak. He castled, at least his king's relatively safe, not really. Bishop takes the knight. He's going for mate on the c2 square. Bishop defends the mate against the mate. Pawn check. King better run into the corner. Saves the bishop. So in the short term, the white king's relatively safe, but looks like Black has a big material advantage. A queen for a rook. It's just a matter of consolidating. Knight goes into the centre. Gets the king off the open file. Knight retreats. Hits the bishop. Oh, what's he doing here? He's offering the bishop. He took it. Fallen for it. Queen takes rook. Now, white gives a check. If instead he'd taken the rook, then rook check to the back line is curtains. Rook takes rook. Pawn takes rook. On the back rank. So white didn't fall for that. So after that, instead he gave a knight check. But rook takes knight's pretty good, because of course if it takes it, the queen's going to take the rook. So white resigned. So another case of White wins for the material, but he didn't get his king castled, and Morphy wins again with the attack. Okay, so thank you for